Hey, Curtis. I bet you're probably asleep at this late hour. I hate to do it this way, but I want to get a divorce. It's a somewhat recent development, but there's a particular reason why I can no longer be with you. So I'm moving out of our house. By the time you wake up and read this, I'll already be somewhere far, far away. I'm only leaving you these messages so you'll know that I'm leaving of my own free will and that there was no foul play or any kind of accident. You don't need to worry about me or contact the police. I'm fine. With that said, let me be really honest right now. You are way too serious, Curtis. Seriously, you're 100% serious 100% of the time. You never have any fun. I just can't take it anymore. I have to get out of here. I want to get divorced. But my mom is so uber traditional, she'd never take me back in if I told her what I did and why. She'd just be constantly on my case about it. The only way I'm ever going to be able to live my truth is to get as far away from this area as possible. And by the way, I haven't even told my mom where I'm going, so don't bother trying to get any information out of her. She doesn't know. As a matter of fact, no one knows, so just don't bother asking anyone, okay? I left signed divorce papers on the table. Turn them in as soon as possible. Goodbye, Curtis. Forever.
What the... What's going on here? Natalie, what are you doing? I was surprised when you weren't in the house this morning, but I just read those messages and now I'm really concerned. Natalie. Hey Mom, thanks for taking care of Nancy today for me. It really means a lot. I know this was sudden, so I want you to know just how much I appreciate you helping me out at a time like this.
It's no trouble at all, Curtis. Quite the contrary, I don't know how to make up for what my daughter has done to you. Honestly, I don't know what that girl is thinking.
Sounds like you haven't heard anything from her yet, huh?
No, not a thing. What about you?
Same here. I tried calling her, but it looks like she blocked my number. Plus, she either blocked me on all her social media accounts or deleted them. She was very thorough.
I see. I've tried calling everyone who I thought might have some idea what was going on, but no one seems to know anything.
Yeah, she told me that no one would know anything, so I shouldn't waste my time asking around. I guess she meant that.
I do have one possibility in mind.
You do?
I don't know anything for certain, and I feel terrible telling you this, but, well, I feel that it's best that I do. You deserve to know.
What is it? I'm completely in the dark right now, and anything is better than nothing, so if there's anything on your mind, please tell me.
Well, I have a friend who works in a cafe at the airport, and she told me that she actually saw Natalie this morning. She said that Natalie was dragging along a few large suitcases and went through the gate together with a rough-looking man with bleached blonde hair.
Rough-looking? Bleached blonde hair? Oh no. You don't suppose it's that guy she had an affair with a while back, do you?
That was my first thought as well.
Suppose I should have seen that coming.
Curtis, I am so sorry about all of this. My daughter has put you through so much, and you don't deserve any of it.
Don't worry, Mom. It's nothing you need to apologize for. She's an adult. She's her own person. Everything she does is solely her own responsibility and has nothing to do with you or anyone else. I'm really grateful for you telling me about that. Thanks to you, now I know how to move forward from here. Unfortunately, I think this is leading toward the conclusion that I've been trying so hard to avoid for all these years.
By that, I presume you mean divorce?
Yeah, divorce.
I see. Well, I suppose that can't be avoided anymore.
I really wish there was some other way, Mom. I'm sorry.
No, Curtis, please don't apologize to me like that. You don't need to worry about me at all. You go ahead and do whatever it is you think is best for you and Nancy, and you'll have my full support no matter what.
Thanks, Mom. I'll let you know of my plans every step of the way. Hey, Mom, do you have a minute?
Hello, Curtis. Yes, I'm free, dear. What is it?
It's about Natalie.
Go on.
I have Nancy's school to think about, and after talking to my own parents, they've given me their blessing, so I think I'll be moving forward in the direction I talked with you about the other day.
I see. Thank you for letting me know. Actually, I had something I was thinking about as well.
What is it?
Like I said, I've been thinking that Natalie, she told you, her husband and the father of her child, goodbye forever and vanished into thin air. And she hasn't even said anything to me, her own mother. I'm fed up with her behavior, and I won't tolerate it any longer. I'm consulting with a particular person about what my options are moving forward as well.
I see.
I'm still in early discussions, but I'll let you know more when I make my final decision.
Gotcha. I'll be waiting.
Hey, Curtis. I was thinking, I don't know, maybe I'd go ahead and come back home soon? How's Nancy doing? She's too young to have her own phone, so I can't call her directly, and for some weird reason our home phone number doesn't seem to be working either. Weird. So yeah, I was just kind of curious how my sweet little Nancy was doing. Are you there, Curtis? Oh, are you maybe still at work? That would make sense. This time of year always was pretty busy for you. Okay, well, go ahead and shoot me a message whenever you read this. Curtis, don't just leave me on red like that. I know you saw my messages from yesterday. Message me back as soon as you can, got it? What kind of scummy guy just ignores messages from his own wife like this? Seriously, what is your problem? Oh well. I know that without me around to keep things in order, the house is probably on the verge of collapsing, so I'll come home tomorrow to check up on you guys. Curtis! Exactly what is going on? This is not what I was expecting to see when I got home.
Huh, you actually came home.
Yeah, I told you I was coming. But what on earth is going on with the house? I mean, the house is gone?
What you mean the house is gone?
I mean exactly what I said. The house is gone, vanished, disappeared. Not just the house, the whole property was completely leveled.
Wow, that's crazy.
Is that all you have to say?
Is there some kind of sign that said an apartment building is going to be built?
Huh? Oh, you're right, there's a sign right here. Curtis, what is going on here?
Isn't it obvious? Our old landlord decided to tear down the house and build an apartment building.
What?
One time a while back when I was talking to our old landlord, and he mentioned that with the way the housing market is moving, he'd probably be able to make a considerable amount more in income with an apartment building than just a one-unit house. Our lease terminated a few months ago, and I didn't renew, so I guess he must have gone through with that plan.
Wait, you didn't renew the lease?
Nope, I didn't. I moved.
You moved? Why didn't you tell me? Where are you living now?
I don't see any reason why I should have to tell you.
Are you joking? I'm your wife. How could you just up and move without telling me? You must be out of your mind. What's your new address? Are you still in town?
I'm the one that's out of my mind. Well, you must be some kind of amnesiac, because you seem to have forgotten that you were the one who left signed divorce papers behind when you left.
Oh.
I submitted them a long time ago.
Really?
Yeah, so there's nothing stopping you from getting remarried. Why don't you have your good friend Harvey get divorced from his wife, so the two of you can get properly married? You've been seeing each other for so long, I thought you'd be super excited to finally be divorced.
You know about Harvey?
I really was a moron. I never should have forgiven you for cheating on me back in college when we were still dating. But I never thought you'd stoop so low to get back together with him after we were married.
How? How did you find out?
I heard from someone who saw the two of you going through the airport gate together carrying a ton of luggage. That got me suspicious, so I went ahead and paid a visit to Harvey's parents. Sure enough, he had gone mysteriously missing at the same time you did. Imagine my shock, though, when I found out that Harvey was also married with children. If he liked you enough to abandon his family to run away with you, he should have had the decency to at least properly give his wife a divorce first. You and that amoral scumbag are totally perfect for each other.
Well, I don't know. It's just that meeting each other in secret felt so rebellious and thrilling. I thought it wouldn't be as much fun being with him if we were actually married. So we decided to try out the whole run away from your family with your lover thing just to see how it felt.
I'm at a loss for words right now.
But when we actually went through with it, it was actually kind of a pain. We were having trouble making ends meet, and then the other day I woke up and Harvey was gone. So I figured that since it didn't work out, I would just head back home. Don't worry, I won't be seeing Harvey anymore. He blocked my number, so I don't even know how I would contact him. So yeah, tell me the address for our new house.
Not a chance in hell.
Why not?
I'll raise Nancy without you.
You can't do that. I'm her mother.
And one more thing. Your mother also sold her own house and moved.
What?
Apparently she'd been dating an English guy for a while. Well, after she told him about what you had done to all of us, a little while later, he proposed to her. Her spousal visa just got approved, so she moved to England with him. That was 10 days ago.
You can't be serious. She never told me anything about that.
I didn't know either, but according to her, she was just about to introduce him to us around the time you ran away with Harvey.
Oh. Oops.
Listen, Natalie, when you ran away from your family, you did so with the explicit understanding that you're willfully cutting off all ties with them. You divorced me, blocked me on everything, and never even talked to your mom about where you were going. You have to understand that this means you have absolutely no grounds to be complaining about anything we do from here on out.
You're being way too harsh.
Let's get this conversation back on track, shall we? You, a married woman, had an illicit affair with Harvey, a married man.
So?
So, I've already made arrangements to sue the both of you for your affair, and you should be hearing from my lawyer in short order.
You're gonna sue me?
You said just a while ago that Harvey had disappeared overnight. However, his wife hired a private detective who has already found out his current location. His wife's friends are on their way to his hideout as we speak.
Friends? Why did you put quotation marks around that?
Oh, just some people who his wife knows through her father. They're gonna take him to a special workplace where he'll be facing his punishment for the affair.
What punishment?
Well, you'll find out in short order. They're coming to pick you up next.
Uh-oh.
In fact, I think you'll be meeting them very soon.
But how do they know where I am?
Because I told them.
Oh, come on! Why are you doing this to me, Curtis?
I think you know why. Goodbye, Natalie. Forever. Harvey's wife's friends found Natalie just a few minutes after the last text message. Her parents come from a family that's very well connected in, well, a certain line of business. When I consulted with her about what to do, she told me that I could leave everything to her, so I took her up on that offer. She and her parents used all the connections that they have to design a custom tailored punishment program for Harvey and Natalie. Natalie quite possibly picked the worst woman in the country to make an enemy of, in order to pay off the damages from my and Harvey's wife's lawsuits against her. As well as child support for our daughter, Natalie has been placed in a live-in workplace with 24/7 surveillance. Every single aspect of her lifestyle is under the company's complete control, including when she works, when she rests, what she eats, when she sleeps, everything. Ever since then, I've been receiving regular payments into my bank account, so I assume she's at least still alive. But other than that, I haven't heard a thing from her. I'm now enjoying a peaceful life together with my parents, daughter, and fiancé. We're getting married next month.
Hey, good evening, Carly. I need to ask you a little favor. Hey, are you there? Please respond. Good evening. Sorry, but I don't know who this is. Jog my memory. Do you seriously not remember me? By any chance, are you bad at remembering your friends' names, Carly? It's me, Leah, you dummy. Leah. Megan's mom? Surely that rings a bell. Oh, Megan from my son's class. So you're his mom. He says him and your daughter really get along. She sounds like a lovely girl. I can't believe it took saying my daughter's name for you to remember me. You really should make more of an effort with your friends. I'm really sorry, Leah. I hope you're not offended. Anyway, what was it you wanted? Can I help you with something? Yes, you can, actually. I need you to do me a little favor. A favor? From me? Don't worry, it's nothing difficult. Okay, great. So, what is it? It's about your husband, Callum. Will you lend him to me? Excuse me? Look, I'm sorry, Leah. I read your message 3 times over, and I'm still no closer to understanding what you mean. Forgive me for asking, but by any chance, did you make a typing error? What? A typing error? You want me to lend you my husband? Yes, lend me him. What? I need him for the weekend. If you send him over on Friday night, you can have him back on Sunday evening. How does that sound? Be a darling and help out a friend. I obviously can't lend you my husband. What the hell? Huh? You can't? Of course I can't. He is my husband, not some inanimate object. Why would I lend you him? This is the weirdest question I've been asked in my life. Oh, please, would you stop? You're making me uncomfortable. You have to understand. My mother will be stopping by at the house on Saturday morning. Your mom? What does that have to do with my husband? I haven't been back to the family house or seen her in over 10 years. You could say the relationship has always been somewhat strained. I got married and had my Megan during those 10 years since we last spoke, so now I'm a mom and a housewife. I don't know how, but apparently she found out and wants to have a role in her granddaughter's life. Which means now she's intent on coming to visit this weekend to meet Megan and my husband. She wouldn't take no for an answer, so I have to take appropriate action. I see. That's all very interesting, and I'm sorry to hear you're in a difficult situation. But no matter which way you look at it, this still has nothing to do with my husband, Callum. Appropriate action. I don't understand what you mean. That's where you're wrong. It has everything to do with Callum. My mother asked for a picture of my husband, so I sent her a picture of your Callum. You did what? Think about it. He's so devilishly handsome. What choice did I have? Oh, not just a pretty face either. He's got a great reputation for being an amazing dad who's always there for the kids. He's practically in a different league to my husband. My man's so ugly, it looks like his face was designed by a blind man on drugs. And what's worse, he's always away on business. So that's why I need you to lend me Callum. No way. Huh? But I just explained in detail why I need him. I thought you were going to hand him over. I never said that, not even once. I've got it. Okay, how does this sound? If you lend me your Callum for the weekend, I'll lend you my husband sometime. One weekend and you get to choose when. That's fair, right? I don't want to borrow your husband. What's wrong with you? What do I have to do to get you to lend me him then? There's nothing you could do or say that could possibly change my mind. Do you understand? I'm saying this unequivocally. It's absolutely not going to happen. Oh, good grief. Why are you so stubborn and selfish? Which part is selfish? He's my husband, for crying out loud. Anyway, you said your mom's coming on Saturday morning, didn't you? Why do you want him from Friday night? I think that's quite obvious. If we suddenly have to play the part of loving couple in front of my mother straight after meeting each other, we won't seem genuine, and she'll figure out what's going on. That's why we have to spend the night together first, doing all sorts of loving couple things. If you catch my drift, wink. That way, we'll be very convincing, and my mother won't suspect a thing. What? Oh, yeah. And I need you to watch my kid while you're at it. As usual, my actual husband is out on a business trip overseas, so don't worry about him finding out and causing any drama. But that also means I need you to look after Megan while the two of us get hot and steamy. Don't worry. The things you're saying are causing me nothing but worry. You're actually disturbed. What? Hey, that's not very nice. Like, wow, are you actually this creepy? I'm worried you lost your mind, and I don't know whether I should find you professional help, because who the hell asks this? Tell me it's all a joke. Who'd have thought lovely little Megan's mom would be such a dangerous, perverted weirdo? Should you really be raising children? Oh my god, you're horrible! Are you trying to upset me? Oh, damn, that felt good. Oh, I'm sorry. Maybe I did go a little overboard there. It's like my hands took on a life of their own. A little overboard? All I'm asking is to borrow your husband, and you bite my head off and try to commit me to a goddamn psych ward. Jeez, lady. Anyway, the main point here is that Callum is my husband. Whether it's just for the weekend or not, whether it's for some silly little charade to trick your estranged mother or not, he's not your husband. If in spite of that, you persist in making these creepy, inappropriate requests, I will be forced to take appropriate action. So I kindly request that you cease and desist at once. Goodbye.
Carly, help!
Huh? What's wrong, Callum? You'll be getting home soon, right? What's going on?
That Leah woman you told me about earlier is waiting for me outside the ticket gate at the station as we speak.
What? Like she's lying in wait to ambush you?
Probably. That's what it looks like. Her clothes are a little, how to put this, tight-fitting. She's wearing a miniskirt so tight she looks like she's ready to pop out of it. I could see so much skin, it wouldn't be weird if the police picked her up thinking she's cruising for clients. Her face is absolutely caked in makeup. It's terrifying. Ugh. She just winked and blew a kiss at me. This is so creepy. Ugh.
Oh, I guess that means she saw you then.
I'm just thankful I noticed before I left the ticket gate, but I won't be able to make it back home at this rate. I should have been more careful. I never would have guessed in a million years that she'd show up and wait for me at the station. She's unhinged.
What to do? Oh, okay, I got it. Can you go to the next station? I think it's called 16th Street Station, right?
16th Street Station?
I'm gonna come out on my bike to meet you. Let's meet up there and then go home together, okay?
Okay.
Oh, yeah. I have to leave little Derek with my mom first before I get on my bike, so it's probably gonna be about 30 minutes until I get there.
That's fine. Don't worry about it. I'm just gonna head over to 16th Street Station and sit tight.
Great. Let's meet at the northern entrance, okay?
It's a plan. See you soon. Thanks, Carly.
Carly, are you there? This is urgent. I went to meet Callum at the station after he got off work, but he turned around before exiting the ticket gate, and it seems like he went back into the station. What's going on? Me and him are supposed to be spending the night together. I pulled out all the stops. I tidied the place up, bought wine, candles, even baby oil, but he just vanished. What with us being a couple for the next 3 days, I thought it would make sense to come and meet him after work, because that's what couples do, right? I never would have thought that a big, strong, handsome man like him would be this shy. Can you persuade him to come out of the ticket gate ASAP, please? I'm getting cold in these clothes. Plus, we need to spend as much time as we possibly can together tonight to prepare for my mother's assault in the morning. He won't come no matter how long you wait. Huh? Callum's already at home with me. What? No way. He's still inside the station somewhere. I know he is. He didn't even leave the ticket gate yet. He's having a relaxing soak in the tub as we speak. Huh? No. You're making some kind of mistake. I saw him at the ticket gate just a little while ago. When I winked and blew him a kiss, he got all shy and turned back. He knows I'm waiting for him. He wouldn't just leave me stood around like this. He came home from the 16th Street station today. Huh? 16th Street? He messaged me begging for help as soon as he saw you. Then turned around, got right back on the train, and got off at 16th Street. I came out to meet him, and we went home together. We just arrived at the house. Wait, this isn't how things were supposed to be. We had a promise. We most definitely did not have a promise. In fact, I made it very clear that the answer was no, didn't I? But Carly, please. My mother will be here in the morning. I have to show her that me and my husband Callum are deeply in love. I showed her his picture already, damn it! How could you hang me out to dry like this? If you don't let me borrow him tonight, I'll be in big trouble. Why don't you just be honest and introduce her to your real husband? That way you won't scare the living daylights out of any innocent people, and your mom gets to meet your actual family. Everyone wins. Why not just say you got a little carried away and wanted to impress her? Play it off like you were joking and you're all embarrassed. I'm sure she won't mind. I can't do that. I'd never live it down. My husband's only redeeming quality is his salary. How can I introduce a man that unfortunate looking to my mother? Besides, it's only one weekend. What's the problem with lending me your hunky husband for a measly 3 days? Callum would have a good time. My mom would be proud of me for bagging such a great husband. Everyone wins. Oh, God, how many times? How many times do I have to tell you? Callum is not your husband. Can I kindly ask you to stop making me so angry? This is me holding back. You have no idea how hard I'm trying not to flip a switch on you right now. I just know I'm gonna say something I regret if you don't cut this out right now. Don't push it, Leah. I swear it won't be pretty. Carly, Do you understand what I meant when I said you were disturbed, that you need professional help? Since you're not actually my problem, maybe I should give a certain person away on business right now a call and explain the situation. Guys, don't do that! Okay, I'll stop, I swear. I'm sorry, I'm really sorry. Ah, you finally get it. Oh, what a relief. Oh, that's right. How could I forget? I'm so silly. Here's the thing. I may have already called your husband and told him exactly what you've been doing. All of it. Chat logs and all. What? You're bluffing. How would you have my husband's number? What the? I phoned kindergarten and asked for Megan's emergency contact details, which they kindly obliged. Oh, one more thing. He's not away on business anymore. Want to know where he is? That's right. He cut the trip short to come home and deal with his deranged wife. My guess is that he's waiting at home for you to get back. Don't keep him waiting, okay? What have you done? You have no idea how bad this is for me. My life is over. Oh, yeah. And let's not forget your mom. I wonder what she's gonna say. Huh? Apparently, your husband got her number off a friend of yours. He said she'll be arriving soon. Looks like they'll both be waiting for you when you get back. Oh, aren't you lucky? No way! Oh, I just got another message from your husband. I just spotted my wife dressed like a $5 prostitute while driving past the station. I'm going to take her home now. Ah, looks like your taxi's here. No! With that, Leah was successfully captured and taken home, where she couldn't do any further damage. Her husband told me a couple of things when he showed up at our house with some chocolates to apologize. First of all, as you probably expected, he decided to divorce her. It turns out she'd been treating her husband like her personal ATM for a long time before this, and had a habit of spending all his money on clothes and alcohol. Her attempt to steal my husband was the straw that broke the camel's back. Everyone has a limit, and this was his. What's worse, he said she almost never did the housework and showed no interest in childcare, so he was, for all intents and purposes, a single parent, despite living with his wife. He told me all about how Leah would force his mother to watch the kid while she went out drinking and partying into the early hours. Naturally, all of the above considered, her husband won custody of Megan. Having nowhere left to go, Leah went back to the family home after having no contact with her parents for 10 years. Apparently, the reason she became estranged from her parents in the first place was because they forced her to do ungodly amounts of housework that bordered on manual labor. Having nowhere else to go, she had no choice but to return to her old life of servitude, and is now exhausted 24/7, 7 days a week, due to being worked like a dog by her overbearing parents.